Do you want to know what happened in the local real estate market through the third quarter in 2018? Watch this week's episode of Tom's Take. I'm going to get really deep on the data and tell you what that means for buyers, sellers, and anyone else who's thinking about making a real estate decision. What's up, everybody? I'm Tom Toole, and this week on Tom's Take, we are going over what happened through the third quarter in the real estate market in the greater Philadelphia area. I got a bunch of stats behind me. I'm going to dive in right now, tell you what happened and what that means for people thinking about buying or selling a home, or if you're in the market now, or even if you're considering it in 2019. So the number of homes that sold, you'll see the range behind me here, and it's the change from 2017 Q3 to 2018 Q3, so the end of September. We've seen the number of sales decline just about 0.4% in some areas to being up 1.39%. So we're seeing the number of homes really stay pretty even in terms of what's selling. As a point of reference here, the sample size, what we're looking at is Chester County, Delaware County, Montgomery County, as well as Philadelphia. Average sale prices, the appreciation has slowed a bit. You're seeing that we're only up not barely 0.33% in some parts of the region, up as high as 4.4% year over year in other parts. Percentage of the asking price received remains very close to the asking price at the time the home goes pending. Between 95.1 to a little over 97% is what the seller is getting on average. The range for days on market's between 47 and 50 days. Inventory ranging between a 3.4 to a 4-month supply. So the change, probably what you're really caring about here, is that's down between 2% to as high as 17.1% depending on where you are. The number of homes that are selling above 650,000, the range there is between 5.9 up to 10.8% of all the sales. So as a point of reference, this includes 5,258 sales in Chester County, 5,094 sales in Delaware County, 7,570 sales in Montgomery County, and 11,313 in Philadelphia. So we're looking at almost 30,000 sales, and the range is only 5.9 to 10.8% are above 650. And lastly, mortgage rates are coming in right around 4.75%. That's as of today, early November. That's where the average 30-year fixed rate's coming in. So I gave you all the numbers. What does this mean? So let's break it down for sellers and buyers. So for sellers, what we're seeing here is home prices are not escalating or increasing or appreciating as much as they did in 2017 versus 2016 and 2016 versus 2015. So that home sale appreciation price, or the rate of value, is slowing a bit. Prices are still going up, but when you're going 150 miles an hour down the road and you slow down to 90, it feels slower. So what this means when you're pricing your home, price it where you think it's going to sell for. As you can see here, you're still getting very close to your asking price, within less than 5% to less than 3%. When you're priced correctly, and it's not taking long for homes to sell. You're still under a 2-month market time on average. So the conditions are still really favorable, and we still have historically low mortgage rates, even though they are going up at 4.75%. That's historically very low. So there's a lot of good reasons to have your home on the market right now as a seller. For buyers, what I see this meaning, specifically this last stat here, the interest rates are going up. So if you see a home that you like and you're still seeing prices increase, why wouldn't you move on it now? Why wouldn't you want to find that right property, get a lower monthly payment, lock in on that long term? That's the obvious way to go. We're still seeing that you're having to pay pretty close to the ask. The rate of appreciation slowing a bit, and there's still about the same amount of homes selling. Still inventory challenges. We're in that 3.5 to 4 month supply. So if you're a buyer and you see something you like, don't risk the higher rate, because that costs you more money long term. So really the message here is that with the market changing, there's some advantages for buyers and sellers to make a decision now versus waiting. Obviously, you want to look at buying the right home for your family, finding the right property, selling and buying for the right reasons. I'm not here to tell you to speed up your process because the right circumstance hasn't arisen. More my point is, if you know you're going to make the move, why not do it now when there's still some favorable conditions? That's the message I see here. This is what we're telling everybody right now we talk to, whether you're working with us or not. That's not the point. We want you to make a really good real estate decision. Lastly, what I'll caution people against is if you're in these higher price points, it's going to take more time for your home to sell. No question about it. You can see what the addressable market is. You're looking at 89% of all the homes that sell are going to be less than $650 in our marketplace. Our average sale price hovers around $330, $340. So you're almost 2 times the average. And when the median income in our marketplace is around $87,000 a year, and that's across the board, Chester, Delaware, Montgomery counties, that number is the same. Be aware that it's going to take some more time, and you may want to be out there because people are borrowing more money when they have that lower rate they can lock into. Any questions about any of this, get in touch. We have your best interest in mind here. Just want to give you the data and tell you what it means. We'll be back next week with some more great content. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you next week on Tom's Take.